Let's say you finally make it to your first big film or TV set. How many of those maybe 400, 300 people you think went to film school? Really think about that number and think about the trades on set. Hi, I'm Tyler, and if you don't know me from set or from my films that I've directed, then you're probably in this video because you want to find out what my big secret is about film school. Now, to go over my track record, I went to CUNY Brooklyn College, where I studied film production for 4 years. Any chance I had to work more in programs or opportunities, in like say keynote speaker events, screenings, anything of the sort, I would stick around and learn as much as I could. Now, a lot of you in college app season trying to find the right school for you, doing all your essays, all your materials are like fine, polished, and beautiful. You're trying to find the place for you. Well, I have an amazing secret that will help you find out where you belong. Are you ready? Alright, here it is. The secret is, it doesn't matter where you go, because regardless, you'll need to carve your path. Now, I don't mean literally it doesn't matter where you go. Of course, to some degree, you might want to pick a school that has a matching culture, professors you want to meet, and equipment you want to touch, but if that stuff is out of reach for you, for whatever reason, you can still find it. You can still have exactly what you want, while paying the prices you want as well, in case you're going to a cheaper school as an alternative to the expensive NYUs or USCs. It's not over. Now, a lot of you might think this is just a given, but what I feel is that when you go to a school and maybe you have your first year in that school and you're accepted and you're in the culture and you're in the culture of your major, of your program, of being in that common area in your film part of the school, you might get sucked into the school's culture and might not look for any more outside opportunities and only take what the school is giving you. If you're in a big city like California or New York, I think it's in everyone's best interest to look outside, to see what's outside the school bounds and see what you can achieve and acquire without your school's help. But having this mentality earlier on, even during your application season, might be really important. I bring this up because I was a victim of this feeling that I was at the wrong school, that my school wasn't good enough, and that I could have been at such a better place, but I fucked up everything. I was having panic attacks my first week of being in person at school, and that's because I was tying myself down to what the school could offer, when in reality in New York, I had an entire world of opportunity to explore. For example, if your school has a very limited equipment room, it's not insane for a lot of equipment houses in your area to be looking for interns or people to be hired as service techs. And to get those jobs, you have to meet them in person and come face to face. And what I feel through meeting a lot of folks who work in these equipment houses are that they're happy to work with you. They know what it's like to be a beginner and they'll take you in. Another option is if you have friends from other schools that have more equipment, you can work with them. I think it's effective and a good idea for everyone in film school to meet up with and know as many people as possible across even more schools, because that way knowledge and resources can be pulled that much more to make even better films. And that's kind of the thing about this give and take system in film schools. Everyone works together on their unpaid sets because they're all there for the same reason. They want to sharpen their craft, make connections, keep making movies. And you are not exempt from that. I think all of us should be thrust into the cycle of making these films together, and that way you can definitely have favors to cash in later when you're working on your own films. And so that's why this video is kind of for the folks who are in film school in the major areas and are a bit lost. It's okay to not have the most concrete goal just yet, but when you have a community surrounding you and you're willing to help, it becomes that much easier to find. Due to my own ambition and leveraging of connections, I've worked for the following companies. I've mostly interned for them or done assistant work, nothing massive, nothing to glorify. But either way, I got these jobs thanks to myself because I sought them out. I made sure to leverage my existing connections to make sure I can keep working and get on the next gig. And see, even when succumbing to things like imposter syndrome or just feeling like you're not good enough, you can really supplement that by being inside of a community. Being in one brings out your drive, it brings out your want to contribute. It brings out your want to be in the conversation. I've mostly interned or been an assistant, but between those jobs, I've also had 30 credits working on low budget or student sets. 10 of those credits being films that I've directed. Check them out. Another great success story is my friend Alexa White, who has AD'd and produced countless short films. She has her own wonderful body of directed works, but was selected as one of 4 emerging black filmmakers as part of a fellowship between Delta and Disney for Barry Jenkins' The Lion King live action. In her own words, she had the audacity to succeed. She didn't rely on her school for any of that. She went ahead and pursued it on her own because, again, she had the audacity to succeed. And that same audacity is what you gotta have. A lot of this may feel a bit decentralized and even a bit cliche at times, but this advice is for folks who feel lost in film school, who need a path to follow. I think, these tactics, these techniques are what lead a lot of people that I've known to have these issues to success. By showing up, having a great attitude, and being a team player, you really can't lose on any set that you're on. Student, non-union, union, professional, unprofessional, doesn't matter. Carving your path is so that you're not up to the whims of anyone else but yourself, and you're guided by your ambition. Because these schools really will sell themselves to you. They'll talk about their alumni base, they'll glorify anything they have, because enrollment is down these days. Shot way down since the internet has been around, and so they'll do anything to get you to their school. Alright, get out there, make some films, have fun, be nice, make a lot of friends. Later.